Ok, muy buenas tardes, familia. Soy Dr. Castillo, aquí en la clínica, enseñando inglés otra vez. Hoy vamos a explicar el concepto de preguntas o preguntando, right? So en inglés, asking questions. Y voy a usar esta forma de una pregunta, esta forma de verb to be. Y to be significa ser o estar. En inglés normalmente no hay una diferencia de ser y estar, es simplemente to be. So, vamos a cambiar a inglés. Today we'll be going over how to ask questions using the verb to be. And if you remember the verb to be, there's the present tense and the past tense, and I'm going to go over that right now. So in the present tense, you have verb to be, am, are, and is. And in the past tense, we have was and were. So there are many ways to ask questions, but first we're going to start with the verb to be, right? So am, are, is, and was, and were. All right? So we'll get right to it. So for our first concept, I want to show you where to put the verb first. All right? So it goes in front. And let me show you what I mean by that. So first, you'll notice that a question, you always put that question mark right at the end. Normally in Spanish, we do the upside down question mark and then the question mark at the end when you're writing it formally. But for you to know, it is just at the end of the sentence. So what we did is we put the verb to be, or the verb, in front. So the verb is. This is the subject. And this is actually an adjective. An adjective is a describing word. So, for example, por ejemplo, para estar feliz, like happy, that's an adjective. Triste, sad, right? That's another adjective. It's a describing word. So the question is Jose happy? And that's how it is. And you can use other verbs too. You can use, for example, the verb are, A-R-E. So you can do are. What should we do? Are you happy? How about that? How about this? Here, once again, the verb to be. And what I mean by verb to be, it's verb and then to be. Estar o ser. That's what I mean by verb to be. But for now, we'll just say verb. The verb is right here. Are you, which is the subject, subiecto, happy? And that's an adjective, again. So this is going to be a good opportunity for you to think of a sentence maybe for yourself, right? Maybe you can brainstorm some questions on, for example, you could say, I'll show you. I have a good example. I'm going to ask you, is this sentence correct? All right. Is this sentence correct when asking questions with using the verb to be? Let's see if you can do it. This says, you live in Canada? Is that a question? Yeah, it's a question. But, see that first word? That's not one of the verbs that we just went over. Remember those verbs are, is, was, were, is. None of those verbs are in front. So technically this is a question, but what we want to do is use the verb to be. So to do that, we're going to want to change this around. I'll put an X through that. Are you living in Canada? So you can see the difference between this question right here and this question. In this one, we use the verb are, which is the verb to be. So, are you living in Canada? That could be one. We can come up with other sentences too as well. We can do is Roberta sad? Question mark there. See how that is right in front? That's one of our verbs that we use. So is Roberta sad? Or we could do is she sad, right? If you remember she, what kind of word is that? She? Is it a noun or is it a pronoun? You might have to go back in your notes to find that. But if you want to pause it, you can try to find it. If not, remember she represents Roberta, right? So she is actually a pronoun. A pronoun replaces a noun. And in this case, Roberta would be a noun, right? Because it's her name. A noun is a person, place, or thing. So far in our examples, we've used are, we've used is, we can also use was or were, right? Was is a past tense and were is also a past tense. So we could do like this. Was it hot outside? Was it hot outside? This would be an example of the verb to be in the past tense. This would be the adjective right here. ADJ, I'm just gonna put that as ADJ. And then this obviously would be the subject, it. So was it hot outside? Lastly, we can go over were. How can we construct a sentence with were? Were you, oh, this is a good word. Were you productive yesterday? Were you productive yesterday? Question mark. This would be a past tense again, and we use the verb were. And that's where I'm going to put these in the subject below, or in the description below on what we went over today. But I want you to take some time and construct some of the sentences on your own. And if you want to ask me any questions about it, ask me any questions on how to do them, I'd be more than happy to help out in the comments below if you do have any questions. And other than that, we'll see you again soon, and I'll keep working on the questions for you, okay? We'll come up with some new subject material so you can ask better questions. Remember, at home, to your kids, to your family, to your work, people you work with, so that people can understand you and so that you can navigate in the workplace and in this world, all right? Once again, Dr. Castillo, hope you have a great day, and be blessed, everyone.